Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a wear test and review on the new Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. And this released on Tam Beauty. It's also available in Superdrug, I believe, in the UK. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I purchased mine from Tam Beauty because I am Canadian. You can spend $40 and you receive free shipping, so it's not too bad of a threshold you have to go to order from Tam Beauty. You guys know I love Makeup Revolution. And if you haven't heard, this concealer is said to be a dupe for Tarte Shape Tape. So I wanted to test that out for you guys today. I know a lot of people were messaging me and asking if I picked this up. And yeah, of course I picked this concealer up. As soon as it was released, I wanted to get it. I picked up 4 potential colors for my under eye and then 1 to contour with. And I'll show you a demo of both in this video, as well as a comparison between the Tarte Shape Tape. So I have both on right now. Can you guess which side is which? I bet you can't. This is the first time I test them side by side. I have just been using the Makeup Revolution on its own, and I absolutely love it. This is just the first time I'm testing it with Tarte Shape Tape to see how it wears throughout the day. So if you guys want to see my review, obviously I love that concealer, but if you want to see how it compares to Tarte Shape Tape and my opinions on that, because there are a few things I wanted to mention that are different between Tarte Shape Tape, then just stay tuned. Have you guys in really close right now. On my face is my new favorite foundation. It's the Dior Forever Undercover. In case you're curious, I have a whole video on it. I'm obsessed with it right now. And for concealer, I have 5 shades. So one is C14, which is much darker than the rest, which I will be trying out as a contour. And then I have C2, C5, C6, C8 in concealers that could potentially match my skin. I decided to go with C5 though, because comparing it to the Tarte Shape Tape, which I have, that I use most often in light medium, it seemed to be the closest match, and I'm going to be going about my day and I didn't want it to look too off. So I'm going to be doing the Makeup Revolution on this side and the Tarte on this side. So we're going to go ahead and get started. It says you only need a few dots of this for coverage and you can build it up. Just going to do it like I normally do Shape Tape. I'm just gonna do only the Makeup Revolution down my nose. And I'm using light medium in the Tarte. So the Tarte is definitely a little bit thicker. Just going to put a little bit more of the Makeup Revolution just to make it fair. I have 2 separate beauty sponges, both from Beauty Blender, the Pro. I'm going to go ahead and use this one on this side, quickly blend it out. The biggest difference for me, because I have used Makeup Revolution a few times now, is that the Tarte is self-set, meaning you don't have to set it. And I do find that the Makeup Revolution one creases slightly on me. Blends out just as easily. These colors aren't a dupe, just so you guys know. I'm just testing out the formula because I don't have an exact color. Which side do you guys like better? Is there a noticeable difference for you? Because just looking at them right now, the only difference I see is that the Tarte one looks a little bit more matte on my skin compared to the Makeup Revolution. Makeup Revolution has a little bit more of a glow to it. So before my foundation fully sets, I'm going to try and cream contour with number C14, which is the coolest of their darker concealer shades. It's Conceal and Define, so you can use this for concealing or contouring, just like Shape Tape is meant to be their contour concealer. I'm just going to try a little bit. I haven't actually used the contour because I don't cream contour all that often. blends out really beautifully. I'm just using my MAC 170 brush. I think the contour looks absolutely beautiful. As I said, I haven't used the contour color yet, and I think it blended out really, really nicely. So I'm really happy with the color. As I said earlier, the times that I have used the Makeup Revolution, I did find it settled into my fine lines. So I'm going to be setting it. I typically always set my concealers, otherwise it will do that for me. So it wasn't a surprise to me. Pretty much every concealer will settle into my fine lines. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a little bit of my setting powder and just set both eyes. Now that my concealer is set, I'm just going to bake my nose. I'm going to lightly set the rest of my face with this powder and a damp sponge. And then I'm going to go off camera, finish off the rest of my face, come back and talk to you a little bit more about the product. I'm back. I just finished off the rest of my face. I applied some blush, highlight, did my lips. I didn't further bronze up my face because I want to see how that contour lasts on its own. I haven't tested the contour shade out yet, just the concealer underneath my eyes. I've used that several times, so I already know I love it. And I just wanted to talk a little bit more about the product itself. So as you can tell, they both have very similar application. For their wand, the Makeup Revolution one is longer and thinner, and the Tarte one is a little bit chubbier. For comparison's sake, obviously it's a little bit shorter because if you take a look at the milliliters, this obviously is a much smaller packaging and it obviously has a bit less product in it. You need to take that into consideration in terms of milliliters for cost because yes, I paid $6.83 Canadian with the conversion for the Makeup Revolution. The Tarte one is $35 and you get 10 milliliters. The Makeup Revolution, you get 3.4. So I did a little bit of math. Per milliliter, the Makeup Revolution turns out to be 2.01 rounded up dollars per milliliter, and the Tarte one is $3.50 per milliliter. So it's still cheaper to get the Makeup Revolution, just so that you understand the cost comparison between that, because it's definitely not as great of a difference as you would have thought, just because there is less in it, but it's still cheaper. You will see throughout the day, it honestly performs exactly the same. There's very few differences I could honestly tell between this in terms of wear. The initial application I do find to be a little bit sheerer than the Tarte, but when you layer it up twice, I find it to be exactly the same as the Tarte Shape Tape. It's cheaper, the formula wears just as well. They have a pretty decent color selection with 18 shades and they're planning on releasing more. They have a variety of undertones, it's affordable. I purchased mine from Tam Beauty and you get free shipping over $40 Canadian. So I bought a bunch of those. If you're in the US or Canada, you can order from Ulta as well. They are releasing today on Ulta. I know there's a few shades that are sold out currently on Tam Beauty, so if you want to pick this concealer up, definitely check out Ulta because they're releasing today online and they'll be releasing in store, I think it's in February sometime. That is it for my review. I'm going to throw in a little flash test picture, some wear test clips in case you're curious to see how it wore throughout the day. As I said before, I've already tried this out. No, it wears well. There's a couple slight differences between the Tarte Shape Tape and Makeup Revolution, but I honestly like the Makeup Revolution one better. It's cheaper. It looks a little bit better on my skin, I feel, because it's not as matte. I know some people were saying the opposite, that the Makeup Revolution was more matte compared to the Tarte. On me, it's not. I do love the Makeup Revolution one better. I like that you can kind of layer it up to get it as thick as the Tarte one, but you can also kind of get a little bit less coverage just by using a little bit less due to the formula. It's perfect. So I think you guys are really gonna like it. I feel like everyone's been looking for a dupe for Tarte Shape Tape for a long time, and this is definitely the closest one, and I think it's actually better. So I hope you guys check this out. It's available today on Ulta.com and it will be releasing in store in February, I believe, for Ulta. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like this video if you want to see more dupe videos and wear tests, and I'll be sure to do those for you guys. And I'll see you all in my next video.